Hey guys, welcome to Double D's RCs. I'm Don. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here. Today, I'm just going to show you the journey I went down trying to get my kids into the RC world. Alright, so I have two young kids, and I love driving my RC vehicles, and I wanted to see if they would be interested also. But I didn't want to break the bank trying it out, but I also didn't want just complete cheap garbage from Walmart either. So I decided to go with this here. This one is made by a company called Hosim, Hosim. It's a 1/16 scale, and it's four-wheel drive. I paid about 70 bucks for it on Amazon, and it worked out great for what I was doing, which was just testing to see if they would even be interested in the hobby. So it's, I guess, hobby grade. You can do some things to it. It's got standard clips on there for the body. Underneath you have one battery here, which you can upgrade to a bigger battery of some sort, but I just never did. I just wanted to see how this would go. To get the battery out, you just turn that little lever, take this cover off, and then you have a battery sitting there. This one is a lithium ion. They do make a LiPo for it. If you're going to get this vehicle and plan on keeping it, the LiPo would be recommended 100%, because these batteries take about 45 minutes to charge, and at the very best they last 10 minutes. So I've had enough time to see how the kids like it, but overall the run time is garbage. They got a little brushed motor in here, the servo and the ESC and everything, receiver, it's all buried under here. It does have lights in the front, nothing in the rear. Bumpers, pretty flexible. There's no fluid in these shocks, they're dry. You may be able to add some, I don't know. They are adjustable, so you can change the ride height. Overall though, it was a great little truck, and my kids had a lot of fun with it. So the cool part about this truck too is this is the receiver it came. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry, I have too many receivers laying around. This is the one that came with it. Really simple. It's got a steering trim on here, but the super cool thing is that it has a throttle trim also. So I mean, you can turn this thing all the way down if they are completely new to driving RC cars, and you can have this thing go at a very slow pace, and they can control it, they can learn how to steer, learn how to do reverse, all sorts of things. So that's cool. And then you can turn it back up, all the way up, and then they can have a lot more fun with it. My son has taken this thing over jumps, flipped it, ran it into curbs. It's been durable enough. I haven't broken anything on it at all yet. Overall, it was good for what it was. It served its purpose. It taught him how to drive, how steering works, and he's definitely getting better. I would say one thing: kids have small hands, obviously, and a lot of the times, instead of pushing this forward to go into reverse, they have to take their hands off, and then they use two hands, and they don't steer. So you can put different things in there, I guess, like rubber bands, people are saying, or I've never tried it. My kid is just starting to learn how to get better at that, but he still has really small hands. So after he drove that little truck for a good couple of months, he was always asking to drive my bigger trucks. So at that point I knew that he was probably interested in the hobby, more permanent than just a one-time sort of thing. He had a lot of interest towards it, so I figured at that time maybe we should get him something better. I did go local once again. I've had a lot of luck with just looking online locally, and I found a used slash two-wheel drive, and the guy was trying to get rid of it for about 150, but I talked him down significantly to under 100, and it was a good deal. It came with a couple of batteries. Overall, it was cool, and 2 bodies. So yeah, it was worth it. So this is what he ended up with. I was too lazy to clean his tires the other day. We took it out on the track and it was just muddy beyond belief. Super fun, and I know I should have cleaned them. It's gonna be a dried up pain in the ass now, but whatever. This is it. The paint job was a learning curve also. What I didn't realize, I painted a handful of bodies now. Not a whole lot, but a handful. And what I didn't realize when I did this one was the differences in paint. So I use Tamiya paint, and they make a few different, obviously, products, but the paint that I use is like rattle can spray paint. I was going for a metallic green, and it looked beautiful when it first went on. But the green was a TS part number, which I learned later is more for hard, or for like plastic models that don't get beat up and just sit on the shelf, you know, like a harder plastic, I guess. And the ones that are PS, P as in Paul, S Sam, they are flexible. So I painted this green, and we went out and bashed it, and there was just green paint everywhere, just flaking off every time it flipped and bashed. So I mean, it looked kind of cool because shit was just breaking off and blowing up, but overall it was just didn't work out. So what I did is I just knocked some of it off, and then I went under it with a blue, and then I backed it with a black, and he likes it. It kind of looks like the earth, you know, like the planet and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. It worked out. So of course you can't just leave these trucks alone. Like I said, this thing is a dirty pile of poop right now because I was just lazy after driving the other day. You know, of course I cleaned mine to spotless, but the kids I neglected a little bit. But that's okay, I can get it back cleaned up relatively quick here. I did put a Valenian in this one. And then that's about it, I think. A couple of RPM parts, maybe. I don't remember. This one's pretty much stock, other than the motor. I did upgrade it. The only reason I upgraded it is it was brushed, and the brushed motor crapped out, I think. I don't know. I have too many trucks. I keep forgetting. But either way, I switched it out. Maybe this one didn't break. Maybe it came with a VXL. I have no clue. Don't mind me. I'm a babbling old retard. But yeah, overall, he loves it. When we work, I also on this one, I did set it in training mode because I don't want him to completely just go balls out and crash into everything at full speed. So I set it to training mode. You can find that video on Traxxas' website. It's super easy to put it into training mode, and then I think it reduces that to half throttle. And then I also switched out the pinion to a super tiny pinion. I think it's a 13 tooth. So I mean, he's got some torque, but he's only at 50% throttle. Overall, it's great. He can jump, he can cruise around the track, he can get some okay air on the jumps. And he's just learning a lot on how they handle and how it works. So it's been really nice. Alright, so a quick overview. Basically just if you think your kids are going to get into this sort of thing, you know, start off cheap, I guess, and then get into something a little bit more. Like I've said before in previous videos, I like Traxxas because I can find plenty of parts to upgrade. They're fairly cheap, they're fairly durable if you don't go beyond the boundaries that they're created for. And we're not going to race anytime soon. Maybe we'll get into it someday, but these work out great for what we're doing. Lots of fun. Thanks for watching, and hope you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you do. Thank you.